Hello everyone, I just had to check the date. It's Saturday the 2nd of August, live from Dragon's Papercraft, and it is 2 p.m. I'm quite excited about today actually, because I do love getting organised, so to be able to organise my inks is fabulous and to share it with all you guys. So once I get back up there, I'll link all of this to my iPad so I can see comments properly as they come up. But hello to those that are joining me. Thank you. We'll have a quick moochie and then we'll make our way up to the counter and we will start making. I've put a few orders away this morning. We've had some top-ups in on the enchanted sprinkles, in the metallic inks and re-inkers, the clear texture paste, because you're loving adding your sprinkles into that and making that beautiful paste. Also the gemstones paste as well. So they are all fully stocked, which is fabulous. Here we go. You'll have to bear with me a little bit today. I've got a bit of a woozy head, so I can't look up too much. Paul's had a little bit of a move around to try and even it out, get it right in its brain. I get where he's coming from, and it works, but the bit I want to show you is at the top, so I might just have to hover my arm up there. I was going to make something with the gorgeous new Chloe Christmas stuff, but I haven't had time to get anything off and make with it, because I've actually had a busy morning, you know. We've had lots of visitors from all over Northampton, and then people that have come and found us for the first time. So yeah, it's been a busy morning, but I did have chance to sort my storage, so at least that's something. Right, we've got a few on now, so I'm going to flip the camera. Oh, there you go. So going this first section here, this is where all the Christmas is. So anything Christmas, this is the place to be. We've also got a very large, I'm going to say very large because Paul keeps adding to it, sales section on the website. Check it out. There are some new items being added to there if they haven't already been added at real good savings. So it's worth having a mooch. So yeah, whether it's foil card, your reds and green cards, maybe you want paper card making pads or background papers, or gift boxes, stroke bags. We've got charms, we've got stamps, we've got dies, we've got stencils, we've got the brand new, I want to do a live with this, but I'm waiting for the top-up stock to come in. The Arden Seasons of Joy collection. That is going well, so we are waiting for top-ups of these, so I'll do my live once I've had the top-up stock in. I do also want to make something with the Chloe's Christmas, because that is just beautiful as well. So that's probably next week all sorted for me, for Thursday and Saturday. We've got Mr. and Mrs. Christmas up there. They are fun and they look lovely with the gemstone glitters. We've got embossing folders up there. So yeah, lots. Even new pet tape in on the Arden, and then some beautiful big paper pads down there as well. So I'm gonna let's just have a little look at these on the way past. So this is what we've got. The sprinkles, they are all topped up, and I'll just put this in front of you. That's a little colour chart that I did just to show them painted down, so solid colours, but you can see that beautiful mica shine in there. So that's those ones. We've also topped up on all of the metallic ink pads and re-inkers. Both are very, very useful to have in your stash. Love inking through my stencils with the metallic ink, and then making sprays with the re-inkers is brilliant. Also, obviously, re-inking your pads. Glitters for Christmas colours. We've got gemstone glitter. All sorts. So I'm going to come up to the back. Oh, and lots of adhesive pearls and gems. £1 a packet for all of those. gorgeous. There'll be restocks on the foils. That's coming in on Monday, as well as the some other bits. I can't spit my words out today. Right, let's get up here. Talk about things. Let's spin you onto me first, because I'm just going to click that in there. And I want to make sure that my iPad is linked, because I want to put a link into the comments here for you. No, don't want that. I want that. No. Menu. Ah. Join. I don't know what it's doing. Me and technology really shouldn't be trusted. Okay, here we go. Right, so I'm going to click into this video, this live. I'm going to take the volume down so you don't hear me. And then, hopefully, if this works, it's not doing it. No, it's not doing it. What I wanted to do was post a link to my YouTube video for this next bit up. I've got it on my iPad. I'll do it after. So I wanted to talk about storage for the little the mini inks. So these ones are the oxides, but also the little mini distress inks. So going back about, oh my goodness, it must be 3 years ago, I designed this storage here. There's a number of different videos. I'm going to show you this one as well, because I designed distress ink storage and I did a video workshop. Then I did one for the mini inks. I also did the same unit but with larger drawers. And then, can I find it? I did a travel mini ink storage, or if I pull this out, or you can store your pencils and things in there. All of these videos are on my YouTube channel, and you can go back and watch them and make them. So with that in mind, I'm just being tidy and putting everything back. If I pull out one of these drawers on here, those give us a couple of inks, Hazel. Those little inks, put them in the right way round, will sit in here, and you'll get 10 inks in a drawer, and in the whole unit you'll get 70 with 2 on the top. Okay, so if you like that idea, go find my YouTube video, and there's a full tutorial in there for you. But I wanted to do something slightly different, and have, without having to pull drawers out and find them, I wanted my inks to be at my fingertips, something that's going to travel around with me, and that I could just get my hands onto them. So I'm just going to spin this around. Okay, so this is the little box I made. So the launch was, I'm going to just squish these all over and then explain the reason for it. 6 sets of 4, giving us 24 inks. And in my head, I thought, right, there absolutely is going to be 2 more drops, because that then will bring us to the 72 colours that are available in Distress Oxides. So I didn't want to have big bulky storage. I just wanted something that, like I say, is travel. I could just lift it up and take it with me. So I've made this cute little pizza style box. I haven't finished yet, but you could put like a colour swatch in there. That's clicked on there, sorry. It was just affecting the, let's make sure that nothing's happening there. Your gems are cheaper than Hobbycraft. Well, that is fabulous, Pauline, thank you. Just checking. I am on my own in here, so if a customer comes in, you'll have to excuse me while I quickly serve them. But normally by 2 o'clock on a Saturday, we don't really see many people. You watch today be different. So I'll give all of the measurements. I've written them all down clear and concise so that I can take a picture of this afterwards and pop it onto the page. But I just thought, by having this, I've just literally took and just squidged it in. Obviously, they all need labelling and that, but I thought, yeah, that would work because they've got a home then. That is literally set 1, set 2, set 3, set 4, set 5, and set 6. And whilst we haven't got masses of stock of these, we have got a few in stock. But we will have more stock arriving. And many of you will already have them, or maybe you want to organise the distressing ones that you've got that you've had for, I don't know, 6 years in your stash. We're always about storage and making things easier to use. So let's take that out of the way. Inside here, I said I'll slide it down here so that you can see there's a gap here. And I've done that for a reason, because if I'd have sized it like this and I wanted to get out that ink pad, I would struggle to grip and get it. So by having this slidey gap, I can quite easily just take whichever one I want and effortlessly replace it. So that is the reasoning behind that. And I thought I'd explain that right at the beginning. You could mess around and spend ages and just go, oh, yeah, that's perfect. Spacing's great. It's the kind of thing I would do. But within seconds, as soon as you start using them, you'll be like, oh, I need this. And you'll have them all over the table. So I wanted to make it easy to grab them. So let's start at the beginning. Inside here, you'll notice, if I just take that out, can you see I've got ridges going along? That's the bit I'm going to make first for you. And to make that piece, you will need a piece of card that is bigger than A4. So you can either get it from a 12 by 12 or an A3. And the size of your card needs to be 22 centimetres by 26 centimetres. And like I say, I will take a picture of this and put it up at the end, but I'm just going to cut this down. Oh, I bought my guillotine, and I like to cut it on my guillotine because I need to make sure I get it nice and straight. So 22 by 26. That's it. And I don't know if you've noticed, but I've got a clear desk because it's ready for my workshops in the morning. No, not in the morning. Monday morning. Now, you'll need a scoreboard for the next bit. And what we're going to do, you'll put it on the board. Make sure that it measures 26 across the top. It's no point coming in this way. Well, you'll know that you've got it wrong because when I put the measurements down, the score ones, the last one is 22.5 and your card only measures 22 that way. So you know it's got to be the long edge at the top, okay? And we're going to go along here and we're going to score 3.5, 5.5, 7.5, 11, 13, 15, 18 and a half, 20 and a half. Don't worry, you haven't got to remember all this. And 22 and a half. Like so. Just going to check that everybody is okay. Right. This is going to be hard for you because, oh, you can see that. So this is the side I scored onto. I'm going to flip that over and I'm going to grab some red liner tape. And I'm going to, so you get a wide section, too skinny, wide, too skinny, so on and so forth. On the first skinny row, I want to go, if I'd got a wider tape, I would have just done one wide run, but I haven't got it to hand. So I'm going to do 2 strips, like so. I'm going to do that on the top one all the way down. Just pop that down. And it's important to do this. Make sure you've got enough tape on there because otherwise it won't stay stuck and it will pop open. Okay. Did I leave my tweezers out? Hello, Paul, from the sofa. Right, so I'm going to take off the first 2. And I'm not, because I haven't folded any of this, it has to be folded towards me. If I fold the first line and stick it, that's wrong. It's got to be the next run because I'm going to stick this skinny bit to that skinny bit. So fold it down and flip this one back up. Can you see we're creating the bits that come up? So that's that one. So then we go down. And it can get a little bit confusing. So just look at it and think, what am I doing? What am I doing? So I'm missing that line. I'm going on to this next one down. And I'm going to stick that down. Hello there. And I'm going to push this one up. And then flip that one. So this is what we're trying to create. These little pieces that come up like so. So I've got one more left to do. I'm doing a live, but if you need any help, that's absolutely fine. Just shout me and I will come and help you. Right, so this last one then, not that line. We're coming down to this line. Hand behind, push it down. Right, so that gives us our little tracks. Okay. I've got a little bit of tape sticking out there. So if I bring in my board, I'll just show you. So like measuring this measures 14 this way and then 22 that way. And I took all of that into account when measuring to make the box. So let's just clear this bit out of the way and we're ready to then have a little look and make the box to house it. Now, on my one, I've done mine as, if I just come up a little bit higher, I've done mine as a pizza box. You don't have to. You could just have it as a box and a lid because I did contemplate cutting an aperture and putting acetate in and having it so that I could see through into it. But then I thought, no, I think I would prefer, I didn't know if I'd prefer to have a colour chart in there, just so that I could see the true colours. So the choice is yours. Depends what you fancy. Right. So to make the box, you will need 2 sheets of A4 card. And this needs to be cut down to 18.5 by 26.5. So I'll just cut that. And because I was on my guillotine, I was able to cut both of those pieces together. Just bear with me a minute, everybody. Are you okay?
Yeah, just having a look. Okay.
Right, so it's important for me to make the base first. So I take one of the pieces and I'm going to take my scoreboard. Now, it doesn't matter what scoreboard you've got. Well, it does. It needs to have a box making facility on it. So the big score, this has got a box making facility. If you butt it to the left, it makes the lid. If you butt it to the right, it makes the base. Now, I don't, this is just an old board that I've had in my shop for years. Thanks very much. Whenever I'm on the TV or at home, I use the hunky-dory one. This is exactly the same. You butt it to the left, it makes the lid. You butt it to the right, it makes the base. So you haven't got to worry about cutting any bits off or measuring or anything like that. So I'm going to rotate this around because I want to make the base first. And because I'm a left-hander, I like to spin it so it's easy for me. Now you'll need to score 2 centimetres on all 4 edges. Now I was going to do double wall boxes and all of that, and I thought about it and I thought, do you know what? It all takes room, and I'm like, nah, it's too much hassle. So always on the side you've scored, turn it over and fold so you're folding away from that score line. I've tidied all of the stuff off of my desk. I really could do with my bone folder. Okay, sorry, just knocked my camera. Let's just see, that's good. So I'm just gonna cut up and take a segment from that corner section, and I'm going to do that on all 4 corners. So I rotate and then I do it, I mirror that. Okay. So then I will come in with, again, my red liner tape. And I'm going to put my tape across there. And the reason I'm putting it there is because when this comes around to, sorry, I keep nudging my camera, to join, that tape is going to go and it's going to keep us a nice, tight, neat edge. You can put more than 1 row on if you like, but I'm just putting it once. And last but not least, this one. And then easily just take off the backings. I do all 4 together, it just makes it easier when you're going round to join them. I will have to raise you slightly just because I need to get in. So then we bring this around, and when you make the box you need to make sure that this edge is flush with this edge. So bring it around. Once it's flush, stick it. Doesn't matter about this bit because that's an edge that you've cut. So the chances are it might be a bit wonky. You can always tidy that up after you've got these lines flush and stuck perfect. So just go round one at a time. And of course the beauty with sticking it with tape, number 1, it's going to be stronger quicker. But you haven't got to wait for any drying. Now this piece, will just sit in there, and that's then perfect. Now, one thing I will say to you is when I started to work out the measurements for this, I allowed a 0.5 centimetre on each side, because when you fold the card, you lose a little bit. So I took all of that into account so that you didn't have to. So what you can do now is you can run, on mine, I actually didn't do this. I didn't tape it in. But on this one, I will tape it in, because then you'll see. I could have just done it with glue if I wanted, but I think for strength, we'll go down with the tape, if I can find the end. Last one on there. There we go. And then just take all of those off. And then this can go inside. Just give that a little burnish down each channel. And we've got a nice solid base ready to add our inks into. So the other piece of card, which is exactly the same size, now what we'll do is grab our board. This time we're going to put it to the left hand side, because that gives us the lid. We're going to do exactly the same thing and do it at 2 centimetres all the way round. That's it. The difference with this one, let's give that burnish, and we'll do all 4. So if we wanted a separate lid to the base, we would do exactly like we did on the base, and we'd cut all 4 corners. But for me, because I'm going to make it to a pizza box style, I'm just going to cut the first 2, the top 2 corners, like so. And then I'm gonna just stick these ones to start with. Bring that in and around in exactly the same way. Make sure them lines are okay. Now, this time on these other edges, I'm going to cut that whole segment away. Like so. And this piece, we need to make sure that it will fold back on itself as well. Okay? There we go. So what will happen is that slips over because it's a lid. And then this piece I'm going to stick down tight on here. So I'll flip it over, put my runs of tape on there. If I can find the end. And I will put the 2 runs because I do want it to be nice and solid. I mean, you're going to laugh at how many boxes I've got at home started. And I thought, oh, I'm going to have 6 in a box. Then I was going to have 8. Then I was going to have 12. And then I thought, no, I'm going to have 24. Right, now I find the easiest way to do this, put the lid on and make sure that that is butted right down to that edge at the bottom. Hold it nice and square and press that over. That then attaches perfectly onto here, and then when you bend that back, you've got a perfect pizza box to hold. Let's bring these ones back in. Ta-da! And you can, maybe you want to make patterns. It's up to you. But you need those spaces in order for it all to work. For some reason, this has stopped talking to me. But I am going to say hi to everyone that's joined me. I am going to thank you for joining me. I hope you like the storage. There has been a couple of people asking. I have got the link copied on my iPad. It just won't let me post it in the comments. So let me come out of the live. I'm just going to go onto my page. And so it's not doing it. So I tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to show you. Maybe it's because I'm on here. I'm going onto my YouTube. Okay. On here, there is 83 videos, which I was like, wow, where did all them come from? So I'm scrolling down here and I'm going to find it. So storage unit, that's there. Travel storage for mini inks or pencils. I showed you that one. This one here, it says mini ink storage. If I click on there, I want to share it. I want to copy my link. And then I go into Facebook and I put it there. Yes. Okay. It's on there. So hope that will all dial. And I'm going to post. I'm not going to write anything with it. I'm just going to post it on there. Everybody that's watched this video will know what it's about. And that's if you want to make the set of drawer style. If you want to make distressing, the big ones, that's on there too. It's worth having a nosy through. And the other thing I'm going to do is I am going to camera. And I'm doing it while you're here because you know what? Okay. I'm going to take a picture of this. Nice and it... Ooh. That's it. Next. And then I'm going to pop on there. So this is for, what are we calling this? Mini ink storage. Mini ink, oh, that's not how you spell storage. Storage. Now there's one measurement that I'm going to tell you. Right. If you want to put like a matte and layer on here, because that will be cool to decorate, and also a matte and layer in here to do your little colour swatch, you need a matte and layer 14 centimetres by 22 centimetres. Obviously, of course, you can measure that and work that out yourselves, but if you want to do it this way, it's 14 by 22. Maybe you want to cut an aperture out of there, and if that is the case, I would cut it out before you attach it onto here, because it can become difficult to do it whilst it's attached. So let's have a little look. Here we go. Was I super speedy? Let's have a little look. Wow, I was super speedy today. Half an hour. Just goes to show if you wanted to make 3 of those, because if you make one for this one and you make 2 more, you're all ready for when the other 2 launches come out. I'm just going to check, see if there are any more. If there's any questions, shout them out now before we go off air. It's not giving me anything now because that would be too organised for it, wouldn't it? Right, I will see you next week, probably Thursday. It will be Thursday at 2, and we've got more Christmas stuff to have a little look at. It'll either be Arden, Creative or Chloe. So, yeah, looking forward to that. Have a fabulous rest of the weekend. I'm going to a baby shower tomorrow, so I'm going to have a fun weekend. And I'll see you all next week. Take care. Bye-bye.